Facebook is experiencing dissent from its own users and employees within the company. I'm going to talk about that today on The Hollywood Conservative for The Rebel. Could there possibly be mutiny within the ranks of Facebook employees? I know that it is a common misconception that all of Facebook from top to bottom is a bunch of brainless liberal robots just mindlessly performing tasks loyal to their almighty liberal leader, Mark Zuckerberg. And while I'm sure that a lot of them are brainless robot sheep, as it turns out, there are a few free thinkers at Facebook. I know, I'm as shocked as you are. As reported by the New York Times, I know. Anyway, the New York Times reported on a post to Facebook's internal memo board entitled, "We have a problem with political diversity." In the post, Brian Amarige, who is a senior engineer at Facebook, wrote this. "We are a political monoculture that's intolerant of different views. We claim to welcome all perspectives, but are quick to attack, often in mobs, anyone who presents a view that appears to be in opposition to left-leaning ideology." Well written, but not nearly scathing enough for my taste. But anyway, you might think that this is just one rogue employee. He's probably on an island all by himself within that company. But since his post went up, over 100 people within Facebook expressed support for his assertion. They formed a group called FBers, Facebookers for Political Diversity. Of course, many of their fellow employees, folks on the other side of the aisle, have lodged complaints saying that their posts are offensive to minorities. Yes, that again. However, their managers responded that these rogue employees had not broken any rules, which surprised the heck out of me because I'm pretty sure it's known that having a different opinion at Facebook is definitely breaking the rules. Of course, we have all heard about the scandals happening over at Facebook. Russian ads during the election, leaking and mishandling private user data, suppressing conservatives on their platform like me. So they're in a heap of trouble, at least in the court of public opinion. And a new poll found that 32% of conservative Facebook users are ready to say to hell with it. I'm honestly shocked that among conservatives that number is not higher, but anyway, in a poll conducted by Media Research Center, MRC, who polled 1,000 likely voters who are conservatives, they found that 32% of them have either left or are considering leaving. Nearly 70% of those polled said that they distrust the social media platform more than they did last year. 70%? Seriously? So the other 30% actually still trust Facebook the same amount? Trust that they aren't mishandling their data, trust that they aren't suppressing conservative content on their newsfeed. Have we learned nothing from the last year or two? That seems a little off to me. If you're one of those 30%, message me because we need to talk. Now, you might think that these rogue Facebook employees voicing their concerns about political diversity will get them pink slipped. But maybe they are trying to keep their job and keep the company afloat. Maybe they see what the rest of us see, which is a platform that many of us are growing increasingly skeptical of to the extent that we're ready to bail. Maybe these employees care about their jobs and their colleagues and their company, and they don't want to see Facebook crumble. Now, I am not suggesting that Facebook would ever completely fold. I think it's too big and too powerful for that. But I think at some point when you have enough people jumping ship, you start losing money to the extent that you have to start pouring more of your own money in it, or your company will suffer. But hey, there's always George Soros to pump in some Hungarian pastry dough. He's been super helpful to the liberal brainwashing Saul Alinsky cause. And if that happens, Zuckerberg, better call Saul. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Amanda Head, the Hollywood Conservative for The Rebel. If you enjoyed my commentary and want to hear more from all of us here at The Rebel, subscribe to our premium content at www.therebel.media/shows. Make sure you're following us on Facebook and Twitter for all of our latest news, and download our new app for The Rebel Media on the App Store.